Please welcome tonight's Gala co-chair, Rick Caruso.
Good evening, everyone. Everybody doing well? Let's get a little energy. Let's go. What an amazing night tonight. I just want to say to the young girls how beautiful your voices are. And how angelic your faces. Singing is, as I call it, the miracle grow for your brain. It's good for us. It makes us heal and it makes us happy. So thank you for that gift. I want to make a wish tonight to all those young girls that in your long lifetimes, may the world find a lasting peace and the will to live together in health and prosperity. With that in mind, I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to the 4th annual Hatzalah dinner. Now, my name, as you know, is Rick Caruso, and I'm your co-host. And thank you. Well, we'll see. I'd like to start tonight by thanking everybody who made the night special, the sponsors, the host committee, all the very special guests, all of you, the dignitaries here tonight, and of course, the co-host and my dear friend, Sonny Sassoon. We are here tonight to wrap our arms and prayers around Israel. And I'm going to cut right to the chase. You brought in a Sinatra-loving Italian Catholic to talk about medical care in Israel. Somebody came up to me tonight and said, "You must feel like a brown pair of shoes at a black tie dinner." And I said, you know what, absolutely not. And here's why. Because the Caruso family stands proudly with the Jewish community. And the message tonight is clear. Support for the Jewish community crosses any and all cultural divides. The anthems we just heard speak of freedom. They remind us that we are here to make the world a safer place. Tonight, more than anything, we hope to unite and heal, bring together Jews, Arabs, and Christians in the shared mission of saving lives. Now, believe it or not, I'd like to talk about ambulance for a minute. And you might be asking again, what does an Italian guy know about ambulances? Because in Italy, if you call an ambulance, it will probably take about 3 days to arrive. And during the wine harvest, about 2 weeks. But I am told in Israel, the national ambulances can take up to 20 minutes, and that's unacceptable. But United Hatzalah volunteer medics arrive in minutes. But believe it or not, for them, that's not good enough. Their goal is to cut their emergency response time to 90 seconds. That's right, 90 seconds. That's ambitious. Is it impossible? No way. Is it expensive? No question. But they set the bar very high, very high. Tonight, with your generosity, we're going to hurdle that bar. We're here to build on the heroism and courage we saw during the tragedy of October 7th, the bloody front lines of medical work that most of us could never even imagine. God forbid this ever happens again, yet sadly it can. I must point out, and it was mentioned earlier, that when tragedy happens, the men and women of United Hatzalah are running to the tragedy, when the rest of us are running away for safety. Those men and women are heroes. And let's remember that on October 7th and the day after, 8 members died while administering aid, trying to save lives. And while they were administering aid and trying to save lives, 2 were kidnapped. The lives lost can only be explained as an overwhelming sense of grief and sadness. And let's be clear, every hostage must be released. Holding innocent people is too much to ever accept. But before we proceed, I want to tell you where your good money is going tonight. It goes to the basics, the bandages and the oxygen tanks, and all the equipment they need. It goes to training volunteer EMS medics that are at the core of this great program. That is the priority, to boost the legion of 7,000 first responders. And that's how they're going to cut response times, by training the most amount of men and women they can and supplying them with the tools that they need to do their jobs to save lives. Now, indeed, that's a very high bar, and it is a godly mission. But we have an amazing leader, this incredible guy named Ellie. I count him as a friend and a miracle to all of us. And together with Ellie and his team, we can save countless lives, the teachers, the shopkeepers, the soldiers and the nurses, the moms and the dads, and the sons and the daughters. Israel is a young nation with a 4,000-year-old soul. And I would also like, in the conclusion, share something I feel very deep in my heart. By any definition, Israel is a victim. But I firmly believe that Israel is not a victim. Israel is a survivor. It's a different mindset. It's a different mindset with a different outcome. Israelis are not haters. They are lovers of life, lovers of family, lovers of fellowship, and lovers of freedom. Israelis are not aggressors. They are protectors, the sentries at the door, the guard dogs of the only democracy in the Middle East. Israelis are not villains. They are examples to the world of grit and courage amid barbaric and unprovoked attacks. Israel is not a nation of oppressors, but a land of liberators, a nation dedicated to peace and reconciliation. Israel is not a nation of division, but one of unity, a nation welcoming a mix of cultures, religions, and ideologies, a nation dedicated to fostering a sense of unity and peace. In short, Israel is here to stay. So this gala, it's a calling, not just a gala. On behalf of Israel itself, on behalf of the many courageous volunteers, on behalf of the youth choir that was beaming with beautiful faces. So that is why the Sinatra-loving Italian Catholic is co-chairing this dinner, because we need to celebrate what defines this great nation and its people, the Jewish community. We all need to stand with Israel in pursuit of peace and where people of all backgrounds can love and worship freely. Tonight we are here to ease the pain and the suffering and save the lives by the good work of United Hatzalah. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for every dime. Thank you for those big checks. And let's get this gala going. Thank you very much. God bless you.